About 4 or 5 years ago, a mutual of mine on TikTok told me to not yuck another person's yum. I saw something that I thought was weird. If memory serves, it was a bunch of people that put like those hobby horse sticks. You know how you put a stick with a horse's head between your legs and you gallop around and pretend like you're riding a horse? They do that. They compete competitively. And they like jump steeplechase and do the and the whole thing, whatever. I saw it. I thought it was weird. I did a video talking about how I thought it was weird. And this mutual of mine said, don't yuck another person's jump. Whatever they're into is what they're into. And when you start yucking other people's yums for things like that, or like the time I made a video like busting Joey Bro's chops for the bad lip syncing. Oh, he's having fun. Yeah, you know what? You're right. He's having fun. Doesn't matter if I think it's weird or horrible singing. It is what it is. He's having fun, and that's all that matters. But there's a line to that. There's a line to that. You know, this person was telling me that you start yucking somebody's yum for things that they do as a hobby like that, and then that can lead to yucking somebody's yum for what they do in the bedroom. And what somebody does in the bedroom is none of your business. And while that still, as long as they're all consenting adults, while that still maintains to be true today, I'm sorry. This is not only weird, this is sick and gross.
Help ease Michelle's sadness, Wade took her to the park, a playground beloved by children, though there were no actual children around. Given the unique nature of their relationship, they had to deliberately avoid crowded areas, to escape the stares and whispers of those around them. However, due to the strong Christian atmosphere in the area, traditional gender and family values were deeply ingrained. Wade and Michelle's public practice of DDLG was viewed by most neighbors as strange, perverted, and immoral. They were often met with stares, whispers, and even accusations. So in daily life, the two maintained the appearance of a normal married couple, but at home, they would assume the roles of father and child.
Right. Yeah, no shit, your neighbors are whispering. You're two grown adults cosplaying a pedo fantasy in broad fucking daylight on a children's playground. Thank God there was no children. Ugh, what the fuck?
In case you didn't catch all of that, that's a couple, and they are consenting adult couples. So what they're doing is perfectly legal. They are a consenting adult couple who role plays as if he's the father and she's his daughter. I had to look up what DDLG meant. Dominant dad, little girl, or dad dominates little girl, or something of that nature. I know what they're doing is legal. I know what they're doing is it's their thing to do. It's not for any of us to say. But I have an opinion about it, and I'm going to give it. That's fucking disgusting. They're role playing that she's his daughter. That means his fantasy is to have intercourse with his own small girl child. I don't think that we're out of bounds in speaking on that, even though it's somebody else's yum. I don't think that we're out of bounds in going, you know what, that is fucking sick. And that makes me wonder, if they're doing this in broad daylight, what do they do behind closed doors? And who gets involved in that? Sorry, I think you're justified in yucking this yum.